This is an update on the TS250 project. I've done a bit of work on it now and it's getting close, but here we go. Had the frame sandblasted and painted in 2-pack Durapack chassis paint. But rebuilt the forks, rebuilt the motor and the carb. Right now I'm just working away. I've removed all the wiring loom and I've just wired up the coil, and then that red wire is going to be for the kill switch, but yeah, the carburetor was a bit of a mess. The cylinder's been rebored with a new piston. It's got a new rod kit, new main bearings, new gearbox bearings. It was actually in fairly good nick, a lot of the insides, and all the brackets have been removed. The rear footrests for the pillion have been welded up, the holes. Yeah, these are the stock rear shocks, but they're a bit wrecked, but I've blasted and painted them, and the plastic cover here I've removed. And I've got the TM guards pretty much fitted. Don't know if you can see around this side, but yeah, this is a 1981 DR200 kickstart. I'll get a torch. It didn't really fit the TS splines, but well, it does now, but all you had to do was sharpen the splines. And I've made this pinch bracket here, built it up with weld, and then drilled and tapped it and slit it. And then that'll fold out to clear the expansion chamber. Yeah, I've reused the old clutch plates because they were still within specifications. This fuel tap was a little bit rough. It's really been eaten away at the top, but I put new filters on it. And I've sort of filed a hex onto there because it was all rounded off, and it's got a new O-ring in the top, and that's about all. And this cover, usually they're totally smashed, but this one was only a little bit bad because the last time I had the chain come off, and I welded in a chunk here. And I built up that boss. Oh yeah, it's on the other video where I'm doing a bit of welding on here. Here's the expansion chamber I made in that first video. But I made a little muffler for it too. This is actually a stainless steel ball cock for a toilet system. But yeah, that'll go on there. It's packed with stainless steel wool. And it's perforated inside. And that'll go on the end. It actually does make a little bit of a difference when you bang on that end without it, and then with it it cuts down a bit of a noise. You hear the wheels. These are actually in really good nick, but I could reuse the brake shoes and everything. I've just put new bearings in them. And a friend of mine, he made a bronze bush for the sprocket carrier because that was real loose before. Now that's nice and tight. There's front the same. This is the one on the other video where I built that up with the gas welder. I would have liked to have alloy rims, but I really don't have any money to spend, so I'll just paint these ones black. I got the seat cover off eBay. It was like 40 bucks, New Zealand dollars, so it was pretty cheap. Like, you couldn't get one made cheaper than that. I started paint stripping the fuel tank. It's actually in really good nick. I used CRC gasket remover. It had one dent here which I managed to lever in and pop it out. There's one small one here, but I'm not really going to worry about that. This is pretty good, but I am going to put something inside it to get rid of, it's got a bit of rust in the bottom, but it's not major. So I was thinking of using, I have lots of phosphoric, but it's contaminated with copper, so it might not be a good idea, but I might use white vinegar, because it's only a little bit of rust, and it's actually in really good nick. Can't seem to get down in there, but very fine rust. There's some flaky bits down the bottom. But yeah, I've had some TM decals made with the green rising sun with Suzuki written through them, so I'll put them on, and then I want to get this clear, 2-pack yellow, and then the clear over the vinyl decals. It should look good.